Hello, my name is Andrew Newman. I'm the Assistive Technology Specialist here at SUNY Brockport. In this video, I will be demonstrating Kurzweil 3000 and Kurzweil Read the Web applications. Originally, Kurzweil 3000 was known for being a text-to-speech reader only. Students could load documents into Kurzweil 3000 and it would read the documents back to them. It has grown and expanded since its inception and now has a number of note-taking and brainstorming functions built into it. In this video, I'll go over some of the unique features of the tool and show you a demonstration of the application in action. The first feature, as I mentioned, is text-to-speech. You can upload PDFs and other documents your instructors have assigned to you and have Kurzweil 3000 read them back to you. You can even take a picture of book pages, or if you have a scanner, you can scan documents directly into Kurzweil 3000. That means once you have them uploaded, you can listen to them on the go. You can listen to a book in the car, you can listen to an article on your phone while you're at the gym. This can be a great time saver and a real productivity tool. You can even upload your papers and essays to Kurzweil 3000 and it will read them back to you, helping you catch mistakes you may have overlooked before you submit them to your instructor. Note-taking is the next feature. This feature allows you to mark up a PDF or other document with your own notes and highlights. And once you've made these updates, they will be available to you on any device with a browser through Kurzweil's storage. In fact, every lab computer on campus has Kurzweil 3000 installed. You simply have to log in and continue from where you left off by accessing Kurzweil's cloud storage. Once you're done taking notes, you can extract your notes and highlights and turn them into a study guide. No need to go back and review an entire document or book. The extraction tool gives you a view of just the important details. The brainstorm feature allows you to create a graphical view of your project or paper. You can use flowchart style boxes to plan and structure your project. The outline feature allows you to generate ideas and create structure for your papers and essays. You can include things like main ideas, topics, and subtopics. Some of the other features built into Kurzweil 3000 include dictation. You can use your voice to dictate your paper into a blank Kurzweil document without having to type it out. You can also use dictation when you're taking notes within a document. Instead of typing out your notes, you can turn dictation on and just record the sound of your voice and it will translate that into text notes within your document. Next is translation. With translation, you can select words or entire pages and have them translated into one of 64 plus different languages or vice versa back to English. Kurzweil 3000 is available for Windows, Mac, and iPad as an application that's downloadable, and any device that has a Chrome or Firefox browser. Kurzweil is available to you at no cost for any SUNY Brockport student. Now I'd like to give you a live demonstration of the Kurzweil 3000 application. The version that I'm showing you today is the web interface that's available in any browser, so this is compatible with Mac, PC, Chromebook, and the mobile platforms like Android and iOS. When you log into the web application, it brings you into what's called the Universal Library, and this is Kurzweil's online storage. So all of my documentation that I've put into Kurzweil is going to exist here. On the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see your name, and you're going to open the little arrow next to your name, and you'll see it has 3 folders underneath it. You're going to want to put everything into your private folder. When you initially open your private folder, it's going to be empty, but you can do some arranging and organizing. You can create subdirectories underneath your private folder. As you can see, I've got one. Not a bad idea to create the name of the semester that you're in. And then if I open that up, you can see I've got a couple subjects under there. To add a new directory, I just need to right-click on the directory above it and click the Add Folder button. And we'll just call this one New Directory. Click Create. Okay, so to begin with Kurzweil, you really need to upload a document to it to get started. So I'm going to start with my English folder here, and I'm going to upload a document to that. So I simply need to right-click or left-click the upload button here in the upper right-hand corner. And I've got a note-taking PDF that I pulled off the internet, and it's just a basic guide to taking notes. And it's just called Note-Taking Techniques.pdf. Now, when I upload this file, what Kurzweil is doing is a technique called OCR. So it can take a image, or most PDF, or a lot of PDFs come through as images with text embedded into them. What Kurzweil is doing is it's translating that into text that it can read and that you can search. So if you've noticed on PDFs, sometimes you can't find something if you do a search. It's because everything it sees is as an image, not as actual text. So when I click on this document and open it up, it's going to bring up a book reader type window. If you've ever used like an Amazon reader or some other kind of book reader, it's got the same basic characteristics. You've got a page arrow to virtually change the page on the left and the right. You can also jump to what page you want to go to at the bottom if it's a large document. If you've got something, say, as large as a book, we can take a look at the thumbnail view of the document and navigate that way. You can even zoom in and get a closer look at the pages and jump to a specific chapter or page number if we wanted to. So the real power in Kurzweil here is having the document read back to you. So I'm going to turn my volume up here a little bit. And it's kind of standard YouTube controls. You just hit the play button on the top of the screen.
Note-taking techniques. Many times note-taking is one of the most difficult things for a student to do effectively. It can be difficult.
So it'll start playing back for you. You've got some options here too. There's a number of voices that you can choose from, all in the English language. There's also a number of voices in different languages you can use too. You can adjust things like the reading speed. So as you get to be accustomed to Kurzweil, you can turn up the speed and get through your reading a little quicker. Or if you need to slow it down, you can slow it down many times slower. You can also change it from reading continuous to a self-paced mode, and you can even have it stop at the end of the page, just in case you step away or nod off or something like that. It won't just keep going forever. It will stop at the end of the page. It also keeps you kind of actively engaged in reading if you turn that page and just make sure that you're focused on what's being read back to you. So that's just a quick demonstration of the text-to-speech function. And again, you can use this anywhere. If you're on a mobile app and you've got a Chrome window open and you're using Kurzweil, you can connect it to the Bluetooth in your car and listen to the book while you're driving. You can listen to an article while you're in the gym. But you can do all of that through this web interface. The next thing I wanted to show you as part of this demonstration is some of the note-taking features that are built into Kurzweil that I mentioned earlier. So first we'll start with the highlighter. It gives you a bunch of different colors to choose from. And we're going to do some highlighting, we're going to put some notes in, and at the very end we're going to use this orange button here to create an extract of all the note-taking that we just did. So this is a really good study guide. So I'm going to just grab a couple markers here and I'm going to start highlighting things just so our extract has something to look at in it. I'll scroll down, I'll pick a few other colors here. Okay, and I'll put some on the next page as well. All right, so in addition to the highlighters, I also have some note-taking functions that I can put in. And those come in the form of what are called text notes and sticky notes. Really the only difference between the two is the sticky notes have a color background to them. So I can click on this little note marker here with the push pin in it and click the plus sign to add a sticky note. And then I just hold down the left mouse button and I can draw a square. And that's going to be a sticky note. Okay, and then I can move this around to wherever I want to fit in the page. I can resize it if I wanted it to fit on the left-hand side here. Okay, and then the other note type is the text note. And again, you use the left mouse button and you can just draw that. I'm going to draw this one right along the side here. And we'll label this is a text note. And one of the really neat features of Kurzweil is this dictation feature. So if I click this button that looks like a speech bubble with 3 dots in it, it's going to start recording my voice through the computer speaker. So everything I say, it's recording. As soon as I stop speaking, it's going to fill in this text note box with everything I just said. And there it goes, it filled it in. It understands commands too. There's keywords like punctuation. I can say period, or I can say new paragraph, and it will start a new paragraph for me. So it's got some special keywords it uses too for dictation or speech to text, as it calls it. To stop speech to text, I just need to click the green bubble again, and it turns back to a white bubble. Okay, so I've got a few notes in here, and I'm ready to create my study guide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to the pen icon. I'm going to go all the way over to this orange button, and if I hover over that, it's going to tell me the button means to extract notes and highlights. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to say OK. And now you can see we've got kind of on a single sheet of paper here the title of the document that we were creating notes for. The user is myself. And you can see on page 1, here's our sticky note that we created, and here's the text note that we created using dictation. And we had some of the new keywords like start a new paragraph and things like that in there. Below that, you can see all the highlighting that we did. So page 1, we had the yellow, green, and pink highlighting. And on page 2, we had the orange and gray highlighting. And then I can go ahead and save this, and this will be out on cloud storage. Again, I can access it on any machine that has a web browser and you're connected to the internet and you can log into Kurzweil. I can get a hold of these notes. Okay, that concludes my demo, live demo, and then next I'm going to be showing you a slide on Kurzweil Read the Web. So the next step I'd like to talk about is the Kurzweil Read the Web, which is a companion extension to Kurzweil 3000. It can be installed on either the Chrome or Firefox browser. It's very similar to Kurzweil 3000 in the way it converts text to speech, but it does this for web pages. Simply start the extension, click on the part of the web page you'd like to have it read back, and click the play button. It has some other features built into it as well, such as a screen capture tool that allows you to read text embedded into images. It's got a built-in dictionary and picture dictionary, and it has some built-in translation features as well. So you can highlight text on the screen, select a language, one of the 64 plus languages that Kurzweil understands, and it will read it back to you in that language. And again, this extension is free for all Brockport students. You'll actually log into it with your Kurzweil user ID and password, the same one you'd use for Kurzweil 3000. I'd like to thank you for taking the time today to learn about Kurzweil 3000 and Kurzweil Read the Web. If you'd like to use Kurzweil 3000 or the Read the Web extension, please email me at annewman@brockport.edu. If you'd like to set up a 30-minute one-on-one training session on either of the tools, please use the link to the right to schedule it at a time that works for you. Thank you for attending today.